Hello YouTube. Before I begin today's episode, I would like to take the time to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. I especially want to thank my subscribers, all 65 of you. You mean a lot to me, and I hope together we can grow this channel far beyond my expectations. I can't wait till the day I reach 100. So help me make that happen by clicking the subscribe button and click the like. Also, anytime you wish to comment, whether it's good or bad, I take everything into consideration. I want to be able to have a channel that produces good video, good content that we can all appreciate and learn by. So again, thank every one of you that have viewed, and thank you subscribers. Let's grow this channel together, and I'm looking forward to that. So now, today I want to talk to you about how I get my kayak from the pulley system from my ceiling down to this table with casters, and how I get it into the back of my truck. We won't be putting it into the truck. I'll have that on a future episode. I want to be able to take the kayak down from the ceiling, put it on table, and get it prepped, ready to go fishing. I want to show you my rituals that I go through in order to do that. Yes, it is a ritual, because if you don't do it repeatedly, you'll probably leave something behind. So let me show you what I do to get my kayak ready. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Alright, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, what I've done, I've taken the liberty to lower the kayak from the ceiling already. It's usually up above and even with the ladder that you see hanging there on the ceiling already. So that for the sake of time, I lowered it just a little bit, but I'll show you how I'll lower it onto the table. I'll try to show you the pulley system as well. So bear with me. I'm going to start on this end, and I'll show you what I do to lower the kayak. Alright, what I have here is a figure 9 put out by 9 Eyes. It's a great way to holding a rope to whether you're putting a tarp out across 2 trees or whatever, but it works perfect for what I've got here. This is what I use to hold my rope that goes through the pulley system that hold my kayak. So what I do, I've got it tied off now to where so it won't come undone. I just pop the tag in out, and this thing has teeth, kind of a cleat-like feature on it. So you want to be able, I'll pinch the cable off or the rope off here, undo the cleat, and then I kind of let the kayak down. I let it so far, just a few inches at a time, and then I go to the other end and I'll repeat that. Okay, now what I'm doing here is the same thing. Take it loose from the cleat that's on the 9 Eyes figure 9, and I kind of lower the rear of the kayak. Now with this, since I'm already down, I'm going to go ahead and set this end on the table. Now position the table underneath to where I want the boat to stay. I'm going to kind of tie that off just a little so it don't slide. I don't like now one thing, I don't like to tilt the boat too much, because if you happen to have a few things in the compartments, they might slide all the way from the bow all the way back to the transom, and the boat is kind of hollow, and you don't want to lose anything. You don't want the aggravation of having to fish that thing back out. So I try not to tilt it too high, but in this case I really don't have anything in it. I take everything out of the boat to help make it light. It makes it easier to hoist, and not only that, I need the clearance so that I can get it up as high as I want, or high as I can, so I can open my door and have access to my washing machine and dryer. So let me lower the other end down. Okay, now it's just a matter of unhooking the straps from the pulley. We'll do it on this end. Forgot I have to do the figure 9 now. Okay, I had to get some slack on my pulleys. There, straps are removed. Now I'm going to give you a close-up. Okay, I want to give you a close-up of what the pulleys look like on the ceiling. Okay, I hope you can see that. The hooks, I have a red and yellow hook, and they are screwed directly into the bottom of the floor joist. And I have a pulley at the top. I have the rope coming from the tied off on the red hook. It comes all the way down, and it loops through this pulley. And at the bottom of that pulley, I have a stainless steel carabiner. Now, these aren't the aluminum kind that you buy at Walmart for 99 cents. These are significantly heavy duty. I think they're rated at about 250 pounds. I know it exceeds my kayak, so that's no problem. And each one of these pulleys, if I'm not mistaken, are rated about 150 pounds. And I have 3 of them. The one at the boat. This one you saw a minute ago at the top. The rope is looped over it, and then I have one more pulley before it comes down to the 9-eyes. This pulley out here without it makes it very hard to pull the boat up. You're fighting and struggling quite a bit. And of course that goes down to the 9-eyes, which is in the eyelet. Okay? Okay, that's my pulley system. Now, you can rig it up any way you want. I just found this to work for me. And if you look hard out there, there's enough pulley systems on the market that you might find one adequate or meet your needs for the kayak you have. I just didn't see them at the time I had this, and I needed to get it up off the floor because I have a small basement. And the time I pull my truck in here, room is very, very tiny, and it's tight spaces with this thing sitting out all the time. In fact, like I said, it's hard to get to my laundry if I don't hoist it to the ceiling. Time I get my truck in here and everything. But right now, it's on the bed or on the table. It's situated just fine, nice and sturdy. So let me wheel this thing out in the middle of the floor, and I'll show you how I go about loading it with all the accessories that you see over here on the shelves. I take everything out of the boat when I come home from fishing and put it on the shelves, again, to get everything out of the way in a neat and order fashion. So let me move the kayak, and I'll show you what I do to hook everything up, the seat, the crate, and whatever else. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put my crate in. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen my crate set up. Okay. Now, if you have a Feelfree and you have those silly tie-down straps that come with it, they're a joke. They're difficult to put on. They're difficult to strap your crate in, or whatever you're trying to strap in. They're just pain in the butt. So what I did is went to Walmart and bought these quick link buckles. You know, very popular thing you see on most everything now. And I have a little short video explaining exactly what I did to modify this. And what you see, the old way, you had to take the webbing and push it through the other buckle or the other devices on there. It just took forever. Now it's just a matter of click and you're ready to go. Okay, the next thing I do is install the seat. If I have anything in the boat, I go ahead and get it out, or anything in the floor, I get it out of the way. There are some straps here with the quick link buckles like I used on my tie-down strap. So I get everything out of the way. Grab my seat. Now, you guys that have kayaks or have the Feelfree Kayak in this seat, you know how heavy this seat is. Okay, just snap the buckles in place, and this thing has latches in the back with kind of a wing nut application. So you just bolt that down on both sides. Okay, you come over here and you put your latch across the back of the seat and you bolt it down too. And you have another buckle. Over here to snap. That's the seat. I'll go ahead and lower it. Okay. The last thing I do the next to the last thing I do is put my cooler in. This is one of those little igloo coolers. It's let's see, it's the 18 pack cooler you get at Walmart. If you're going for a whole day of fishing, it's really adequate for that, for what you need. Okay, you want that strapped down really well, because if you've got ice and water or soda, it's going to be pretty heavy, and if your kayak were to flip over, you don't want it coming loose and losing all your food or your drinks. Alright, so that's in. Next thing is my power pod, sonar pod. Okay, here's my sonar pod. That's another feature I liked about Feelfree. Everything is contained in one unit. The battery, the transducer, and your depth finder. But you can see I've got it stored in this little box I built. And the reason for that is I'll show you in a minute, but it makes it easy for storing. I can lift the top off, charge my battery and everything while it's standing upright. And this position here gives me plenty of room on my shelf. Otherwise, as you can see, with the transducer on the bottom, there's no way sitting this up properly. It wants to fall down. And then if you do, you're going to bend this all the time. You're constantly adjusting this to get it level with the surface, or the bottom surface of your pod. So anyway, check out my video on my channel, and you'll see the contents and what I have inside and how I wired it up, and a few little features of what I did to this sonar pod. So anyway, all it does, clip, it sits right down in the open hole there, and one clip holds it in. It's a really nice feature. Everything's contained. Makes it easy to go to the boat and to the shelf, to the vehicle, whatever. It's really a handy item to use. Okay, so I'll finish up and talk to you in a minute. Well, that's pretty much it as far as having the main items in my kayak before it goes into the truck. other than a few accessories I might throw in the front hatch, like rain gear, other fishing lures, and what have you. But anything else that goes with me fishing, I put it alongside of the kayak in the back of the truck. So until next time, I will show you how I put this in my truck, take it to the lake or stream, and how I take it from the truck to the lake. So stay tuned for the next episode. And again, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you subscribers. Let's get the 100 mark real quick and see if we can proceed from there. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you on the water. Good day.